horses would be doing this, but we don't have horses today, so we became the horses. But you can see how the limber has to swing around that cannon? They need space to do that. So when a battery is actually in position, the cannons are not right next to each other. You have about 12 yards between each gun in order for the horses to be able to make that swing, put the limber in the proper position. Now the drill that the artillerists would use, it's like everything in the military. So the number one, you see the number one man, he's holding the sponge rammer. His job is to initially to sponge out the barrel of the gun to make sure it's clean and to extinguish any sparks that might still be lingering, which would cause a problem when you try to load the next round. And his job is also to ram the next round into the barrel. Okay. Number two. Okay, his job, he's got a pretty easy job. He loads the gun. All he does is take the charge from the pouch and places it in the bore. Number three. Number three is probably one of the most important positions on the gun crew. On his one thumb, he has a protective covering. It's called a thumb stall. So as you'll see, he has to place his thumb on the back of the gun where the vent is. And what he does is he places his thumb there to prevent any air or oxygen to get into the gun and possibly fan up any sparks or flames that may be lingering there. So it helps to extinguish any fires, which would cause problems again when you load the next round. He also has the priming wire, which is used to prick the cartridge bag prior to it being fired. So the spark from the primer would be able to ignite the charge. Number four. Number four's probably got the best job. He's the one that fires the gun. He places the primer into the vent hole, and then he pulls the lanyard, which causes the spark, which ignites the powder charge. Number five. Number five, you see he has the gunner's haversack. He carries the charge, which is prepared at the limber, and brings it to number two. Number six, seven. Number six and seven are back at the limber. They're the ones preparing the ammunition according to the orders of the gunner. Now they would cut fuses or provide the correct round to the number five. Gunner. The gunner, he's the non-commissioned officer. He's a corporal. He's in charge of the gun detachment. He's the one that answers for any mistakes that happen with the firing. He sights the gun, and he's also one that calls the ranges and the fuses.
Commence firing!
Now they're going to go through the gun drill. It's been called well-choreographed ballet. You can see what's happening. First, the number one is sponging out the barrel, but at the same time, the number five goes back to the limber chest to receive the next round. Once he's done sponging the barrel, he's ready to load the gun, and the number two takes the charge and places it in the barrel of the gun. Number one then rams that charge home. And now the gunner sights the gun.
Ready!
At the command ready, the powder charge is pricked and the primer is inserted into the vent. And you all know what's going to happen at fire, so I don't need to explain that.